Okay, I'm live. Yeah, let's do this. This is an exciting time. All right. First, I gotta do a few things here. I need. Hold on. Okay, desktop audio on. Okay, here we go, folks. Good evening. Let's make sure the sound's nice and balanced for you, for you guys. I don't want any of the sound to be too overwhelming, so the equalizer is nice and flat for you guys. Hopefully that sounds pretty good. Okay, hold on. Before I get started on this live stream, there it is. I'm Meteorologist Randy, and my, what you could say, nickname is that. Alright, hold on. Welcome to my live stream. Today we are going to be discussing the 6 and 7 storm as well as the next storm, 9th and 10th. It's an active start of 2024. Happy 2024 to all my weather fans. I hope you're all doing very well. This live stream is made possible by all these three sites today. Weather.com, Tropical Tidbits, and Pivotal. I'm going to be using them for various things today. I'm not going to be using these, obviously. I don't think I need to use them. Disclaimer, I like to do that all the time because YouTube is for fun and informational purposes only, and to consult your National Weather Service, for example, for official information. I got my degree in February 1st, 2021, and I've been doing this since April of 2014, so it's been almost, if I do the math, almost 10 years. I cannot believe it. Time has been going by so fast, and I just, wow. Have I been doing this for this long? I don't even know. So hold on a second here. I forgot to type something in there. That's good? Yes, there we go. Foolish of me. Why would I do that for? Make sure that this is on the right screen. There it is. So, this is my personal weather blog here. Let's start off with this right here, why don't we? I did this this morning, so hello everyone. I hope you're enjoying this beautiful sunny day today. Oh man, it was a very sunny day today. It was wicked cold. It was 20 degrees to start this morning. That was pretty rough. So, lows tonight will not go down too far. I would probably say 25 degrees on average, because I think the warmer air is going to come in. I think that sorry, I was just my mouth was. That other low pressure system that moved out the other day brought in some cold air, and I think high pressure is building right now, so it won't be as cold of a night. It's going to be sunny Wednesday, and it's going to be pretty much the same as today, as temperature-wise, middle to upper 30s to some 40s around. A dry cold front will spark up a few snow showers or rain showers on Thursday afternoon. I think Thursday afternoon. Thursday morning to Thursday afternoon, there's a dry cold front that's going to be coming through. That will make us have a very cold start on Friday. This is very important right here. Hold on. That's why I can't speak, because the music in my ear is making me muffled. This is very important. I will show this off right here. This low pressure system here is going to be bringing down the cold air, setting us up for our 6 to the 7th storm. Highs will struggle to get out of the low 30s on Friday. And the breeze, 10 to 15 miles, 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's going to be pretty cold Friday. Temperatures will fall back into the 20s, probably around 20 to 25 on Saturday. And with clouds on the Saturday, and pretty cold day on Saturday. Saturday is only going to be in the low 30s, and that's going to set us up for our next storm system. We have the cold air in place with a low pressure system sliding just south of us, so that's going to give us northeast flow. So we are going to have a significant storm here. It's not going to be a blockbuster. I don't think it's a blockbuster, but it's going to be a first significant snowstorm. Now, I've written this out here. Let me say something clear right here. The storm is still far out. The details are not locked in, of course, because we're still like, how many days out? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days out so far. So, if I have to guess, I say at least 6 inches on average. I think 16 is a little bit out of the question. I saw that yesterday morning, but I don't think that's possible right now. I think it's going to be more reasonable 5 to 7 inches. So I need more consistency with the models to really be able to really give you specific amounts right now. The 12Z Euro was saying 5.9 inches in like pretty much the Worcester area. And I will make another update when I get closer, so we're going to talk about that right now. I just wanted to show my blog post out so I can basically summarize it first before I do my discussion. The storm on the 9th and the 10th is trended to be a warm and rainy storm. It's going to be quite windy on this one. So if we do get about 6 or so inches, it's not going to melt right away. And then we're going to have about an inch of rainfall on top of the snowpack, which would probably lead to flooding. So these back-to-back storms will not play nice with each other, because everyone would need to clear the drains out of slush and everything, because you do not want to have flooding due to that. So yeah, we have some problems in early January. So that's your small little discussion. Let's actually look at the models. I just wanted to check to see if I haven't missed anything. Really? That's because my equalizer is too good. That should be better there. I saw something on my tax bar, like someone was messaging me. Sorry about that. My equalizer was too loud. I think that all the frequencies are too high. But thanks for letting me know. Hold on. Where is my Usually I look at chat with my, with my tablet, and I don't have it out. Hold on, let me change that. No, that's not what I was doing. Okay, now I got my chat. Alright, so the discussion for today, I'm just going to play around with the 3 main models right now. Hold on. I know I have a black screen because I'm playing around with stuff. Awesome, thank you. I should have had my tablet out, but I forgot to do that. It was actually on the fly because I was getting really tired after dinner, so I figured I'd do this tonight. So, hold on. There's one thing I want to do before I get started. I want to hit this. Share, copy. There's a couple people that I want to message my stream about. One thing is Christine. Jack wants to talk. Okay. That's good. So I sent a few people some messages here. So let's look at the models, right? Let's see. I wanted to go with the 12Z GFS model. Let's take a look at this. Actually, I want to back out because I want to show you some features here. See this low pressure system here? Even though this low pressure system here is not going to hit us, it's going to be forcing down cold air with this high pressure system. I can show you it right here. Look at all this cold Arctic air right here waiting to interact with the storm. There's our storm system somewhere down here. I can show you it right here. The storm system's down here in the Louisiana, Texas area. You got this cold, high pressure system right here. There's plenty of cold air to play around with. The storm drives up the coast and interacts with this cold air. The storm stays south enough so it's going to be cold air for the whole entire duration of the storm. It's not just this model either. Take a look at this model. This model is saying the same thing. Almost a exact replica of it. As you can see. Let's look at the Euro. Same 12Z run. There it is. What time did I have it? At about 120. Right here. So if you look at all three models, they have the low almost exactly in the same area right here. Plenty enough cold air to play around with the storm. The only thing we need to iron out right now is the fact that how much moisture will the storm play with, and if it's just going to be nudged too far south or too far to the north. That's pretty much the only thing that we need to fine tune in this storm. It's going to be our first major snowstorm in about, like, I don't know, last year we did not have a snowstorm like this. We may have one in March, but this one's going to be a classic. So, without further ado, now we know it's going to be really cold. Let's look at some snowfall totals. Right here. Now, if I really have to say there's something to myself right here, I think this model is overdoing the snowfall totals right here, because if I were to look at this here, hold on a second, folks. Right here. When I look at these ensemble models, they are basically, this is almost like an average of all the models running together to make like an average of the storm. Every time I see all these ensembles, the rainfall totals are going to be about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Let's say theoretically it's 32 degrees during the whole entire duration of the storm, right? That's a 10-to-1 ratio. So if we only get like a half an inch of rain to 3/4 of an inch, that's like 5 to 7 inches of snow. To me, right there, that is my estimate. I'm not really going to go any higher or lower than that. That's a good estimate for right now. It's 5 to 7 inches of snow, pretty much almost everywhere in, Massachusetts right now. That's why you use ensembles, because some of the models like this, I think it's overdoing it. I think it's overdoing it. If we go closer here, This model is, I think this model is being a little bit more realistic, saying a swap of 6 inches across our area, because like I said, I think it's going to be a half an inch to 3/4 to an inch. And if you do the 10-to-1 ratio, saying it's going to be about 32 for the whole entire duration, that means that 5 to 7 sounds about right. Let's look at the Euro. The Euro, I cannot show snowfall for this. That's why I have my good old pivotal weather. We need to get down to like right here. What hour is that? I'm trying to see. That's Monday at 18Z, so I want 150. The 150 is here, then I want to zoom into basically right here. The Euro's saying a flat 6 inches right around the Worcester County area right here. So there's some gaps here, as you can see. That's probably because the precipitation dries up as you go north. But closer to the center of the low, you could get up to 12 inches in Cape and the Island. And there's also a very good feature on this website that allows you to compare the models. Actually, I don't like that 18Z. I just hit the wrong button. Hold on. I know what I'm doing, but I'm thinking too fast. This is overdoing it, I think. So looking at these two models, I think this is a very good representation of what the storm is going to do right here. 5 to 7 inches is a perfect guess right now. I'm not going any higher, I'm not going any lower until the models basically start giving me consistent information. Because yesterday morning, when I got out of work, one model was saying 15.9 for me, and then it dropped itself down to 8.1, and now it's going down to 5.9, so it's very inconsistent right now, but I think that's a good baseline. Alright, so with that being said, let's look at the wind profile of the storm. Alright. It looks like, as far as I can see, I know people using a mobile device is going to have a hard time seeing this, so that's why I'm zooming it in for you guys. I think we're going to be dealing with about 15 to like 10 to 20 mile an hour sustained wind out of this low pressure system. With gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour, depending on where you are. I chose the 850 winds just in case we have some heavy banding of snow that's coming in. It might bring down the 40-50 mile an hour winds from the clouds, so that's why I want to use this parameter right here. So with 5 to 7 inches of snow with a 10 to 20 miles sustained wind up to 50 miles per hour wind. That's pretty much your details there. The only thing I really want to look at right now is the timing. I would say the snow starts falling somewhere between, let's say, 8 o'clock in Western Mass to about maybe midnight or so in Eastern Mass. So let's say put an average of like 8 or 9 o'clock, it's going to start. And then the storm should be winding down just afternoon time. And then after that, the storm should be gone. Same little scenario right there. So I would say sometime right after 8 or 9 o'clock, the storm, maybe this is towards midnight on this model, but the storm starts wrapping up towards, after lunchtime, and then the storm is gone. So that's the details for. Hold on, yeah, okay. Alright, thanks. So that's the details for Storm 1. Now time for Storm 2. I gotta back up to show you this right here. That storm is now gone, which brings in cold air behind it. This is our next storm system right here. You still have plenty of cold air to play around with over here because I think this is a cold high pressure system, right? Just let me look for a second. Yep, got a cold high pressure system right here behind the two storm systems right here. This high pressure system is going to act as cold air damming. I think it's going to dam the cold air, so it's going to have a hard time to warm up. And due to the fact that there may be a 5 to 7 inch snowpack, that means the surface is going to be really cold due to the snowstorm that we're going to have. So it's going to take a while for the storm to start warming up the air. So when the storm starts, we might be having snow to start on the storm. Then it's going to be pouring rain. And this is a very very valid point here. If we do have 5 to 7 inches of snow on the ground, and then get maybe an additional, maybe an inch or so before it turns warm, you're going to have a slushy mess and maybe some flooding. Possible because of clogged drains and stuff like that. Because this model might be dumping about another inch and a half of rain on top of the snowpack, which will lead to flooding. It could lead to poor drainage. It could lead to basement flooding due to the, there's ponding on the ground due to the ground freezing because of the snow and the water going where it doesn't supposed to go. So, yeah, even though this is going to be a warm, rainy storm, after a snowstorm, it takes time to clean up, so we might have an issue with due to flooding on this next storm, and that's a problem. That's the problem. And this storm may be so strong, we may be getting like, I think, almost like 30-mile-an-hour winds. Look at this wind profile right here. Ouch. Just about a mile above our head here. The winds are 50. Oh, wait a minute. That's wow. If I take a look at 850, which is this line right here, the wind profile is 50, 60, 70, about 75-mile-an-hour wind, just a mile above our head. So if we get a heavy downpour that brings in the air from a thunderstorm cloud or heavy downpour, we might be having gusts up to like 60, 70 miles per hour, if possible. It might not reach the ground, but yeah, this is going to be another destructive storm. Let's take another model look at this storm right here. Let's take a look at the Euro. Oops. Let's go to the Northeast. Goodbye for this storm for right now. I'm going to have to re-update that soon. This next storm blows in right here, as you can see. This storm is going to make it, oh yes, 55, 56 degrees. We'll see how the storm plays out. But very warm and windy storm with probably plenty of rain to work with. Yeah. That's pretty much all I really need to say for right now because I pretty much think I nailed down the 2 points that I really want to say out of this storm. See, the Euro's saying that some places might get up to 2 inches of rainfall out of this. And this is not good because if this rain comes down really fast, it's going to cause flooding because the snow is going to cause it not to drain fast. And that's going to be more of an issue than the snowstorm that we're going to be having on Sunday. Because what are you going to do with the water when the snow is clogging everything up? So, that was a productive night. Have any questions for me? I've been looking at these models like crazy ever since like I think Thursday or Friday of last week. So yes, it's been getting a little tiring looking at these models, but it's been fun. It's been fun. That's pretty much what I'm going to say for right now because there isn't really much I can say about the current storm coming up on the 6th and the 7th until we got closer and be able to iron down the details. And this storm coming up on I think what day is it? Tuesday or Wednesday is trending to be a very warm, windy storm. Ever since I've been seeing the storm, it's been trending to be a rainy, windy storm. So that storm is actually easier to forecast than this current storm coming closer to us. So we almost have like a double hitter, and that's going to cause us some problems. Actually, you got it backwards: snow, then rain. I will keep you updated. I have a lot of new followers from work that, when I get back to work on Thursday, people are going to probably be asking me left and right, what is it? What is it? What is it? I said, yeah, it's going to be a significant storm. It definitely will be. But it's just basically a waiting game right now, trying to make sure that the models basically have consistency and they basically run after run before the storm is basically showing us the same thing. That's what we are trying to look for. But if the models don't agree within like 24 hours out, then I'm going to have to do some of my own thinking because if the models ain't going to agree on itself, I have to try to figure out the best case scenario. Thank you for joining, Lisa. I hope work has been okay for you. I know I just finished up my 7-day streak. I shouldn't have done that, but that was some good money. Oh, I felt so beat up after that. Oh man, it's gonna be so. Actually, there's actually one other thing I can really show off just for fun, right? What am I gonna do? I want to go back and expand the globe a little bit. See, look at all this activity happening here. You see what happens? This low pressure system right here moves out. Another high pressure system squeezed right in the middle of it. Then another possible low pressure system could be hitting us, depending on how things are going to set up. Look at all this moisture down here. It's going to ride up the coast and do something to us right here. Then get hit by this piece of energy, get hit by this piece of energy. Possibly getting hit by this piece of energy, but it's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster in January. This is going to be fun to track this stuff. Look at this Arctic air coming in here. Thank God it doesn't come in our neighborhood right away because that's some pretty cold weather there. Look at the waves of cold air coming down from Canada right there. That's what's sparking all these storms. Let me see if I can actually show you the two jet streams. Can I do that? No, that's not what I want. I want this right here. Am I high enough yet? I want to go up to, actually go up to 250. I'm gonna try to see if I can find you a good example of what I mean. It's gonna be kinda hard to see. Hold on. Ah, this is better, yes. See this jet stream right here? And this jet stream here? I think, if I'm reading this right, the polar jet stream is interacting with the tropical jet stream And when you have the two jet streams colliding, you get these powerful streaks right here of very strong winds. I think that's what's happening. Look at the streak right here. I think this is the polar jet interacting with the tropical jet right there. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, I may be. This must be the tropical jet right here with the El Nino. There's a lot of storm systems riding along here. And then the cold air interacting with the warm tropical jet. That's probably what's producing all these bad storms on us. Ah, I see. I see. I'm just trying to show you good examples here. Yep, a little wobbly polar jet, and then it interacts with the warm air from the jet stream on the tropics. So that's pretty cool to see that. Because you can see this jet streak right here, and then this straight line right here that goes from the tropics right there. Oh, I see. Yep, this little short wave of cold weather right here interacting with the, the tropical jet right there. Yeah. That was just for a little bit of fun right there. So, to wrap up my stream, just get ready for a roller coaster for January. Getting hit left and right by small pieces of loads like that, as you can see. One low after the other, one low after the other. High pressure to low pressure. They call that raspberry waves, I think. I think that's what they call it. See how you have a high here and a low here, a high here and a low here? I think that's called raspberry waves because that's the way Mother Nature tries to balance the temperature and the pressure in the atmosphere is having these waves in the atmosphere because Mother Nature wants to be balanced. So that's the only way that she knows how to do it is to force warm air up and cold air down to try to balance things. So that's pretty cool. So, I think I did enough for this live stream. So, welcome to 2024 and welcome to winter. It's going to be it's going to be a rough 3 months. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be January, February, and sometime in the March. So, have a good night, everyone. And I hope to catch you later. Peace out. And by the way, thank you for telling me the music was too loud. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, you probably work so much, so I figured that this is a good time for you because you usually work mid-shifters and closers, so I figured I'd do it during the evening while everyone's sitting down, watching primetime TV and stuff like that. And I was having all this energy building up in me that I just wanted to throw out to you guys. Peace out. Oh, someone just messaged me. Good. You messaged me. Where's my messenger then? Awesome. What's that? Hold on, I have to mute the desktop audio for right now because I gotta hear what someone says in a moment. I don't need that no more. Okay, I don't need desktop audio anymore, so that means that, hold on. I don't need that either. Hey, look, hopefully you can join in. We'll see. I'd like to recap one of my meteorology friends if he's can join my stream. I was gonna cancel it, but he messaged me, so I figured. This is actually something that I actually didn't actually show on stream that was quite incredible, I think. And it was from this here. It's oh boy, he's oh boy, Josh. I don't like that 18Z run. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, this is actually really good because if I did it like that, then I could compare this. Oh, what the hell? Trust me, this is probably just because. Um, it's hard to tell what you can compare with. Ah, there. Oh, no, but the problem with this now is looking at 18Z when I don't want that. See, it's looking at current models, but I don't want that. So that's kind of actually is more of a pain in the ass. I get it. Alright. What are you doing? Ah, how you doing there, Josh? You have a good day at work? I've been playing with the models all day, so I had to like take a brief break on it because the model data was making my head spin a little bit. And then I had to throw it out on YouTube because I wanted to, feel good for myself. So let's play around with something, Josh, right? What do I want to do right now? Uh, oh, 150. No, I don't want that. I want to back up to, yeah, this is what I want to back up on. And I want current selected run at 12Z. I gotta say, the model runs at 12Z today are pretty much similar, right? The low pressure system basically right off, what is that, Delaware? Delaware, Long Island. Euro has it a little bit too far to the south right there. I wish it was a little bit closer so that moisture would come up towards us a little bit more, but then again, I don't want to shovel snow. Oh boy. In fact, I want to see it happen, but I don't like snow. As you can see, pretty much the models are pretty much getting their groove on, saying it's going to pass just south of us, as you can see here. And using the 10 to 1 ratio, which is probably pretty accurate on the storm, Josh, which I need to go a bit further here. It's saying for at least me, about 6 inches for me, a little bit more on the Canadian. This is going to be an outlier. I don't think this model is going to be correct because I think it's like one of the high outliers. I don't think we're going to get 13 inches. That doesn't seem right now. Because if I look at the ensemble models, if you look at the Euro, Canadian, and the GFS ensemble members on Tropical Tidbit, you can see that most of it is saying about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch using the 10 to 1 ratio would make sense that 5 to 7 inches is a realistic estimate, right, Josh? I think this is the outlier that I should really scrap that from my mind there because I remember the Euro was saying 15.9 inches yesterday, and each model run since 12Z yesterday has been going lower and lower and lower, so I can't really trust this right now. I have to go between these two models right here, saying this is more realistic, I think, in my mind. Let's take the European, for example, to a forecast slideshow and look at the temperatures, right? Oop, oh, come on, I hit escape when I didn't want to. So when's the storm gonna start? The storm's gonna start right around here. See, look how the temperatures right there. The temperatures are gonna be like 27, then rising to 29, and then rising up to 31, 32. There might be some warm air Sunday morning to the afternoon that's gonna make the snowfall total start diminishing a little bit. So yeah, we still don't know the track of it because take a look at this model run. If I take the Euro and put it to 12Z yesterday, look what happened here, John. I was literally so shocked yesterday when I saw this model run. Oh man. Look at this right here. It's saying 11.2 inches for me. But if I were to do this right here and go to the euro on here, and I go to the exact same model I was talking about, and go to the snowfall for Croatia, I don't even know how to pronounce that. Look what it's saying right here. Oh man, I was looking at this yesterday saying, oh, we gotta get creamed here. And then a day later, it's dropped off considerably. It dropped off about 10 inches. Oh man, now I don't know. I hate when this happens there, Josh. It just makes me so frustrated. You get me excited giving me 15.9 inches of snow, then you drop it down to 5 inches just 24 hours. Oh man, I tell you. I'm curious to see what the zero Z run on the Euro is gonna do, but I'm probably gonna have to wait till about like 1 a.m. in the morning, so I won't be up to see that until tomorrow morning though. uh, but the thing that really frustrates me, Josh, is because this model of the Euro was basically telling me it was supposed to be, let's say, 15.9 yesterday, but the Canadian 12Z model this time around, if I look at this, is now telling me what the Euro said yesterday morning. So this is still not out of the question, though. That's the scary part because I'm not too sure if I can't rule out a blockbuster yet. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 days of model runs to get through. So hope maybe the models are gonna all say 15 to 20 inches tomorrow for 12Z. You don't know that. That's the scary part right there. I need to try to find consistency in the models right there. So what do you think is gonna happen, Josh? You can put some input on the chat if you wanted to. I want to hear what you think. Because what I think it's going to be more toward the reasonable 5 to 7 inches. I don't think I'm going to say any higher than that because I would need to see the models to give us about an inch or so of rainfall for a couple model runs consecutive because that's just not what I'm seeing right now. It all depends if we have the precipitation with it. That cold dry air from the north. Let me show you that to you, Josh. Let's look at the dew point temperature, right? Let's go back in time. See, look how dry and cold this air is right here. That's coming down. I'm pretty sure if this cold air dips down too much, it may dry up the precipitation here. What we want to do is have the storm become a little bit like right here, I think. If we're going to have a major storm, we want the storm to go right up the Long Island right here, because what it's going to do is going to push the precipitation, this warm air here, a little bit further here, and we could get a blockbuster. But if it's too far south, some of this cold, dry air here might eat the precipitation away, and we don't get as much as some people might like. That's the only thing we gotta also watch too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's gonna be fun to see this. I just wonder if the cold air from the north is gonna dry some of the storm out. I think the orientation of the storm needs to kind of tilt a little bit so it can get the moisture in instead of getting it too dry. Hold on, let's see it. Hold on. Hmm. Hold on. Um, let's see different model runs here. See, look how it's been shifting here. It seems like as we get closer, the storm is faster and it gets out of here faster. Because in previous runs, it wasn't going to even come in until Sunday afternoon into Monday, so it looks like it's a day early. See, this smaller run at 12Z, you don't get all the oranges and the dark purples like that, like we saw. All the previous runs had a lot of moisture with it, but as we get closer, it looks like it's starting to become weaker with less precipitation. Let's see if I see that on another model. Well, the Canadian's been really staying kind of consistent with the. Oh, and that's a little outlier right there, and then it goes back to where it was. It seems like to me I can't. It seemed like to me once the Canadian got into the storm and gave us a lot of snow, it seems like it's the most confident model here because it's not jumping from 15. 16 inches down to 8, down to 6. Because once it did that, it said 9, 8, 6 to 8, and now saying 10. I think the Canadian is actually being a little bit more confident with itself. Don't you see that? It's kind of interesting to see that. Because if I look at like the GFS, for example, I don't like 18 Z's run. Actually, I want total. I don't want 24 hours. It would just make it easier for me. Look, it goes from 15, goes down to 4. Just say if that's 4 is low. It goes from 15 to 4, and goes to 6, then it goes to nothing, nothing, 1, 3, then it goes down to 6, 8, 1, 1. I think right now the Canadian is actually being more consistent. So at this point in time, I may trust the Canadian because it's not jumping me all around. Yeah, I think there may be a cold bias on the Canadian model. Yeah, that's probably a good thing to consider there. So regardless of what's Oh, hold on. What the hell? I just had a heart attack for a second. The reason why I had a heart attack is because I thought my screen was black, but my OBS studio is telling me that my screen is visible. So I was going to say, no, I'm streaming a black screen. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be fun to see what's going to happen in this storm, Josh. Let's look at the icon model. Why not? Icon models being kind of considerate right here. A cluster in the hills in the Worcester Hills and the high elevation in Worcester County, about 6 inches. The Berkshires, because of the wind blowing up the Berkshires, that's going to be giving us 6 inches or so up there. That kind of makes sense. The valleys get a little less. You get a little less because of the east winds blowing the warm ocean water. This seems to make some sense right here. Okay. This is the trend I've been seeing for the last several days. I think a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch is probably going to be the max liquid that's going to come out of the storm. So that kind of makes sense to me right here. The latest run on the icon model says that we were supposed to get 3/4 to an inch of rain, same as the GFS. GFS was saying about an inch, but if you look at this model right here, it says using true snow liquid ratio, whatever that means, saying that everyone gets a whopping, let's say, 6 to 8 inches, with isolated 10 during the heavy bands coming off the water right here. So it's still possible that we get a double-digit snowstorm, but we just need more information to be more consistent at this time. Oh, that was fun, right? That was very fun. I'm glad I did this. I did my main stream there. I was going to cancel it after 30 minutes, but I saw you messaged me, so I wanted you to join in because I thought it was going to be fun. So, anything else you want to talk about? I think I pretty much nailed this storm. Yeah, thanks, Josh. Hey, you know why I have you on Josh. Instead of just keep looking at this current storm, I want to show you this problem that we're going to be having on our next storm system. let's say theoretically we get 12 to 16 inches of snow. Let's say theoretically, right, Josh? We have this next storm system coming up the coast right here, and that's gonna give us some heavy, heavy rain, maybe let's say 1 to 2 inches right now, and that's gonna cause some flooding. Yeah, this rainstorm right here, oh my God, Josh. If we do get buried on the first storm and then we end up getting to about, oh no. Look at this model run right here. Let's say I need 24-hour precipitation because I don't want the other storm to mess up. Oh man. An inch to inch and a half towards 2 inches of water on top of, let's say, 5 to 7, maybe more inches of snow. That's gonna cause some poor drainage as like slush and snow gets stuck on the side of the road and clogs up drains and stuff. So this is gonna be a bad storm after a snowstorm. And it's gonna be quite windy too because it's possible that we could get like 50-mile-an-hour gusts from the storm here if we get heavy downpours and stuff because it's going to be an angry storm. Look at the latest model run for the TFS 18Z. It says winds are going to be up to 20 to 25 knots sustained. So let's say one extreme after the other, Josh, right? A cold snowstorm and then a heavy rain, windy storm right after that. Oh no. Let's see what the GFS is going to do after the heavy lake effect snow that's going to be coming off that cold, that warm low pressure system. It's probably going to throw Arctic air on top of us. And then we're gonna have maybe another piece of energy, maybe 3 days later after that, then another piece of energy right there, 2 days later after that, and then another low pressure system a day after this one. Oh my God. So is this gonna be that type of winter that we're just gonna be getting hit by Wasbury waves and gonna be getting hit by storms that be like 2 or 3 days? Because it almost seems like it's going to do that. Oh boy. We got a lot of work to do, Josh. I'm definitely gonna need your help because we always work together at UMass to make forecasts, so I need your input of what you think might happen, and hopefully we can make it good. Yeah, the Midwest is gonna get down to like negative 30 degrees, I think, if you look at the models, right? Let's look at the current Canadian GFS model. Let's see. Oh no! Oh, look at this cold air behind this low right here on the 10. Oh no. -8 at the surface, but look, it's gonna get down to like -30 just at 8:50. Ouch. It's gonna get thrown into our area. It's not gonna be as bad. Then another low pressure moves thing, throws cold air back down. How cold is it gonna be right here? Let's just say theoretically, let's look at the 11. Not bad, nothing that we haven't seen before so far during the winter. That's actually not that cold because, to be honest, we got to 20 degrees this morning, and 15 degrees ain't really much colder. I think what may be happening is that the air is moderating over the Great Lakes here. Let's take a look at that. It looks like it should be colder, but it's not. It must be because we have sunshine. The sun is helping now. So we have to watch out for a bunch of storms in January and some other cold like that. So we're gonna have a fun month now. Oh yeah. Thanks for tuning in, Josh. I pretty much said almost everything I really wanted to say this evening. Talking about the two storm systems, talking about the potential for a pretty rough January, pretty much looking at the models. Plenty of cold Arctic air is going to break loose because the polar vortex is going to get weakened because of that. The stratosphere polar vortex is weakening due to the fact that there is a warming event in the stratosphere. That's what I was reading on Severe Weather Europe. All right. Have a good night, Josh. If you don't have anything that you want to, talk with me about, let's take out my screen for the moment. Do I have another view still here? Hold on. Yeah, still okay. So we're gonna have some fun. Hopefully, we do have some fun. That's all right. I mean, if you really want to, at another time, if you really want to join in, you could just join in the Discord. I mean, your computer should be able to handle that, right? Or maybe next time I do a live stream, maybe it's like Saturday evening, just before the storm happens, you could get on your computer and we could talk through Discord. We could do that. I see my viewers popping in and out, but they don't say hello. Sometimes YouTube can be so dumb. It's like, really? All right. Thanks for joining in, Josh. It's it takes a while to turn on your computer. You're telling me you don't have an SSD on your computer? This computer takes my computer that I'm live streaming on right now takes less than a minute to turn on the power and get onto the desktop, click on Google Chrome, and basically even get on my three sites. Let's say it took me. My old laptop is very slow, but after I graduated, I knew I needed a new machine to be able to do stuff like this. Yeah. Because my old computer probably would only be able to live stream at like 480p and it would be all blurry and hard to see. But this computer is able to live stream at 1080p, 60 frames per second with no problem, which is awesome. I tell you. And the Best Buy agent basically told me, "Oh, we had it on sale, and you basically almost stole it for the price it was on sale." I remember the agent basically saying that to me. Uh, have a good night, Josh. Eventually gonna have to get ready to go to bed and enjoy my next day off before supposedly I have 7 straight days. But if Sunday is a bad storm, I might as well split the days in half. Oh, but good night. Good night. Anyone else that's on the stream? We sure do. Like, keep me informed what you think about the storm too, because I like other people inputting too. So it's not just me. In three, two, one.